Hello all, and welcome to a quick tutorial on how to reserve an outdoor tent space using EMS. My name is Molly, and I'm going to walk you all through it to make this process as easy as possible. So the first thing we want to do is to open our web browser. We recommend using either Safari or Firefox, as EMS seems not to work as well with Google Chrome. So, if you're trying to reserve a tent using Google Chrome and it doesn't seem to be working, always try an alternative browser first. So if we go over here to click Safari and let it all load up, then type in ems.fairfield.edu. That's ems.fairfield.edu. This is going to load the EMS portal for room registration. Once you're on the EMS website, you need to sign in. There are two ways of doing this. You can either click My Home and then the sign-in portal will pop up, or over on the right side of your screen, you can click Welcome Guest and a sign up will pop up just below that. Put your net ID in at the top and then your password just below that. If you have any more problems logging in or it just doesn't seem to be working, please email Bart at the Conference and Event Office at bkallgren@fairfield.edu. That's bkallgren@fairfield.edu. Upon signing in, you should see COVID Classroom Tent Request right at the top of the page. If you click Info, you'll be able to see all of the information related to this booking. The maximum amount of booking per reservation you can make is just one. The maximum amount of minutes you can book a tent for is 165. You can only book the tent 14 days in advance. And then you can only book one tent per day or one booking per day, and thus, in that 14-day period, you can only book 14 tents. Now, if we click Close on that info box, we'll be brought to the main page. Again, follow COVID Classroom Tent Request to the Book Now button and then click that. Now, your page will look like this. Click the date on the left-hand side. Select the day you wish to reserve. Remember, you can only book 14 days in advance, so you'll only be able to make a reservation for the next 2 weeks. Perfect! The date is now selected, and we can move on to selecting your time. You can either just type it in, or scroll to the time you wish to select. Now move down to the section titled Location, and move over towards the Add/Remove. Click that. You now have the option to choose between the 8 tents in use for this semester. 6 tents will be set up in the parking lot of the Quick Center, and those are under the Quick Center Academic Center. And then 2 tents will be in use placed just behind Canisius under the Round Hill Academic Tents tab. If you have a preference, you can select which area you would like, but if you just want to see what's available, click Select All buildings or select both locations. Then, when you're all selected, move down to the bottom to click the blue Update Locations button. Now you'll see a complete list of all the tents available on the date and the time that you selected. If you want to know more information about the tent, simply click the name of the tent and a little box will pop up with the room details, setup types, and the availability of each tent. So we've decided on this top tent here. So all we have to do to select it is click the little green circle right to the left of the name. After you click the little green plus button, a box will pop up. This is where you put the number of people using the tent. But make sure you count yourself when putting in the total. Each tent has a capacity of 50, which includes you as the instructor. So, the maximum number of students is 49 with 1 faculty member. So, I'd put in the amount of my students attending and then click off of that box. Then, under the setup type, the only option is social distancing, so you don't even have to select anything for that. But after you're all selected and all these students are in, click Add Room. Now that your room is selected, you want to move your cursor over to click Reservation Details. Here, you want to fill out the event name category, which would just be the class you're holding in that tent. The only event type you can select is lecture, so you can leave that column alone. Then select your group from the list. My only option is College of Arts and Sciences, so I'm going to stick with that. Under the First Contacts section, select your name from the list. My name is right here, so I'm going to select that, and then my information will pop up after I've selected my name. If your name isn't listed, simply select Temporary Contact from the very top of this list. And then place your name and all of your information just below. Now that all of your information is successfully in, you can scroll to the bottom of the page. Here you'll see an event description where you can put in any notes you have about your event and a box titled org number. You do not need to put anything in the org number box. Now that all your information is in, you're ready to create your reservation. So just look to the right side of your screen and click the green button that says Create Reservation. Now your tent is officially reserved, and you should have received an email confirming your reservation. But if you want to double check that your tent has been selected, if you're on the main screen, click My Events. Your reserved tent and the date should be right here. You can click the name of the class, so AH101, to see all of the details. If you notice that there's an issue here, you can click the little pencil button on the left to edit any information you need. Then, when you're done editing, click Update Booking. Okay, your tent is reserved and all the information that needs to be edited has been edited. But oh wait, something came up last minute and now you've decided to do a Zoom class instead. So you just have to cancel your booking. You want to first log back in with your same NetID and password. Go to the left and click My Events. All of the tents that you have booked will be on this page. Move over to the name of the tent you wish to cancel, but make sure it's the correct tent by looking at the date under the first/last booking column. Now move your cursor over to the class name you wish to cancel and click it. You'll be brought to all the information about your booking. Here's the place to double check that this is the right class you want to cancel before doing so. But if you're sure, move your cursor over to the little red circle and click that button. After you click that button, another pop-up will open, and here you can select the reasoning behind your cancellation and any additional notes you think should be added. Here's a third place to make sure that this is the correct cancellation date. But if you're all set, click the Yes, Cancel Booking button and your event will be canceled. And that's it for the EMS COVID Classroom Tent Request tutorial. If you have any questions or concerns, or for troubleshooting help, please reach out to Bart at the Office of Conference Events at bkallgren@fairfield.edu. Thank you and have a nice day.